My name is Jesse, and I work with small businesses in the government marketplace. You're listening to FedBiz 5, where you get informed, get connected, and get results on everything government contracting. Hello, and welcome to another episode of FedBiz 5. Today, we will be talking about your company's government readiness level with Frank Krebs. Hi, Frank.
Hey, good morning, Jesse.
All right, let's just jump right in.
Sure, Jesse.
What is a government readiness level?
Well, at FedBiz Access, what we've done is we've broken down your ability to obtain government contracts into 5 levels. And what I'm going to do is discuss each in more detail later, but those 5 levels are: level 1, you need to get registered and optimized. This level allows you to actually receive government contracts. Level 2 is to become visible and gain market exposure. Level 3, you must develop your company resume. Level 4, perform targeted market research. And level 5, become a preferred government contractor.
Right. Okay. So what you're saying is that, government contracting is definitely a process and one that you shouldn't take lightly, correct?
That is correct, Jesse. Number 1, you really can't wake up one morning and decide that you're going to become a government contractor. To become a government contractor, you must first become successful in the commercial world. Too many times I hear from folks, oh, I can just sell this or I can sell that to the government. And then when I ask them, well, how have you done selling that product in the commercial world? They tell me, well, I don't actually sell that product. But when I get that government contract, then I'll be selling, and I can sell it great. Well, here's a little secret. The government almost never contracts with a firm that does not already have a successful commercial operation and a track record of success. So if you've already sold products or services or are looking to expand into the government contracting market, this first level will get you registered in SAM, which includes the DSBS. Now, the DSBS is the Dynamic Small Business Search. In the Dynamic Small Business Search, that's where your federal marketing record is. Now, your SAM record contains your federal accounting record. SAM contains things like your login to the system, your core data, your taxpayer ID, your banking information, the NAICS or NEX codes and product service codes that you work under, and your various points of contact. But it's the DSBS, your marketing record, that really needs to set your company apart. Because in there, the information that is contained includes your location, any certifications you have, your website, your capability narrative, keywords, your bonding level, and your past performances. Okay, now those are absolutely critical. And your registration, when you do your SAM and DSBS, your registration must be accurate. It must be up to date. It must be aligned. It must also be optimized. It should make you competitive in the marketplace. You want to be visible, and you need to have that information verified. This is where using a professional service like ours at FedBiz Access becomes so important, because we make sure that your registration is done right and provides the proper access and visibility to government buyers as well as large businesses who may be looking for small business subcontracting partners. You want it done right, and you want it done right the first time. Now, you can do it yourself, but just as you can do your taxes yourself, going to a professional ensures that it's done right and you get the maximum tax benefits. And while we don't have tax benefits within the SAM and DSBS record, we do want to make sure that your record is visible and it's optimized and competitive, which will increase your chances for contract awards.
Right. I completely agree with you. Utilizing a professional service, especially when, first starting out, is money well spent, in my opinion. Saves the business owner considerable time researching information as well. So Frank, what about the next level?
All right. The next level, which is level 2, is where At FedBiz Access, we have created a business profile for our clients, and that profile is maintained on fedbizconnect.com. Now, this is a searchable database that we developed specifically for government buyers, contracting officers, and large prime contractors, so they can search for small businesses to fill certain business needs. Now, you see, government contracting officers are required by the FAR, which is the Federal Acquisition Register, to take advantage of all commercially available market research methods in order to identify capabilities of small businesses within the contracting market. FedBiz Connect provides the search capability for government buyers that are looking for and looking to utilize identifying small businesses. Prime contractors will also utilize the search capability on the site because all major government contracts include a small business subcontracting plan that these large firms have to complete as part of their proposal submission. They are constantly looking for small businesses with certain expertise in areas that they can utilize within these contracts. And they need a way to find these businesses, and FedBiz Connect provides that source to these large businesses. Okay? So remember, federal contracting officers as well as prime contractors will buy from small businesses they know. So to make sure they know who you are and how to reach you, you need to get listed, get connected to get results.
Frank, I appreciate this. That's 2 levels. We're going to have to come back and finish these up at a later date. And you will be back to discuss that, right?
Absolutely, Jesse. Look forward to it.
Wonderful. So glad to have you again. Thank you so much. And this concludes part 1 of the Knowing Your Government Readiness Level. This concludes this week's episode of FedBiz 5, where you get informed, get connected, and get results. Today's podcast is sponsored by FedBiz Access, government contracting made simple. Visit them at fedbizaccess.com or contact them at 888-299-4498.